Okay. Oh my gosh. Stay still thing. Please stay still. Okay, hopefully. Literally, Regina, I start the stream and and you have to go digging. I haven't even had time to figure out if I've done anything correctly. Lord, we're having problems. Okay, let me check on my YouTube and make certain I can actually hear myself speaking, because that's always a problem. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure out the best place to set y'all. Okay, let's see if I can hear myself, because that seems to always be a problem. And I can never tell from my side of things. Okay. You're gonna hear feedback. Okay. Oh, hello. Oh my gosh, my cat. Literally, I've been in here and she just had to start digging. Girly pop, please, you're killing me. All right, give me one moment to start trying to figure out what in the world, how do I do any of this stuff? I'm still not a pro at live streaming. I hope to one day hone my skills a weensy bit more, but that's not today. Okay, let's do the traveling poem. I don't, girly pop. Okay, we're just gonna do this one, and I think I posted it on my Instagram, so it should be good. Hopefully, should be good. Let's see. I will link, see if I can figure out, I'm trying to play around with like figuring out how to do things. I just like don't know how to do it. Okay, and then I have to get the stream. I wish there was like a way to like do all this without starting the live stream, because I feel like I'm so stupid having to sit here and figure out how to do all this stuff. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, put this here. All right, we should be good. I think I've covered my bases with everything I need to post on. All right, so hello everyone. Sorry, it's just taking me a hot minute to like figure out my life per usual. But we've got some things to do today. Woohoo! So it is Wednesday now. It's 8 o'clock. A little late for me. Started a little later. I put my phone up to charge and I don't think it charged, so we're working with some limited battery, but we should be able to survive this. These past couple days have been like a little crazy. So today I've gotten quite a few messages about some like custom order stuff that I'm just trying to figure out, because I really don't want to do too many more big custom orders, because I'm still working on those dang bunnies. I'm not even done with one of them. I'm putting so much time into them, so they're causing me all types of stress right now. But I got like a few orders today, or like a few messages about stuff, but they're all like small items, so I feel like I'm a little bit more comfortable with like squeezing in small items and whatnot. But it's just been a little bit all over the place trying to figure out things, because I think 2 or 3 days ago, the organization or the place where I did my market, you know, the really big market that I did, they are having like this pop-up event that they weren't planning on doing on the, let me look, 16th of December, which it would be 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And I really haven't been like market prepping. I've been actually kind of like a little bit lazy, because I haven't had like a market to really set my sights on. So they were supposed to put up the like sign up 2 days ago. It's still not up. I don't know what's happening. So I might do another like bigger market. So what I'm basically saying is I've like bitten off way too much. So I'm just like in a weird state right now of like not really knowing what's going on more than normal. Like I never know what's going on, but right now I'm like really just in this state of because I had also been asked to perform at a Christmas event or something for someone and play the piano and sing and everything, which I originally was like, okay, well, I'll do it because it's a paid gig and everything, but then it's like supposed to be that same day, the 16th, so I like might do that and do the piano and singing, or I might do this market, or I might not. So things are just a little up in the air right now. But I hope you guys have been having a great day. I'm gonna have what I normally do, the chat on my computer, just because it's like so hard for me to read on my phone. So hello everyone. Oh my gosh, 1:05 a.m. girl, I would not even be up, honey. I'd be passed out. Yeah, I'm considering it. Like, I've been kind of market prepping, just in the regard that one of the things I do well with crochet is the fact that you can have something that you can complete in a fairly short amount of time and get some form of like instant gratification. I know it sounds crazy, but I just do well with having like feeling like I'm accomplishing so much a day. So I have been market prepping things. You know, I've got like stuff isn't up here, but I've got leggy frogs, octopus, axolotls, possum, like things like that, and like my ducks and my chickens. And so even if I got into that particular market, I would definitely just like bring small stuff. Like, I'm not gonna stress over the fact that I need to have all these big items, and I still have stuff left over from the previous market. So we'll see. The vending fee is also cheaper than the other market. It's $125 opposed to $220, and it goes 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And I think mainly the big thing is it's just not going to have like as much advertisement, and you know, the hours are a little shorter. They're taking a lot less vendors. So I think that's one of the reasons why it's a little cheaper. But to me, it doesn't, like, I'm probably going to be not doing markets for a little bit once I get through December anyway, because there's just really no markets here in February, January, maybe March. And then April will be a really big market at the place that I just did the big market. So I'm definitely going to try and get into that one and plan on that. But besides that, it's going to be slow. So I'm really looking forward to next year in the regards that I'm going to have so much stuff. So, well, I don't think I could do 2-day craft shows or anything like that. The single day that I did was plenty enough stress between having to wake up so much earlier, which I say so much earlier. I just got up 30 minutes. I think I got up like 4:20. I'm up every morning at 4:50. So, but then I had to like get outside help to help with my horses, and it was just a really long day. So I could only imagine doing like 2 or 3. I have no desire to do that. Not right now. So I wanted to do something fun to start off the stream, but then I realized that I used to have so many magic like markers and color pencils, because I don't know if anyone else remembers, there was this time where everyone was, or at least me and my family were like obsessed buying those coloring books. Like, did anybody else go in that phase 5 years ago, like 6 years ago or something? Like, I feel like everybody was buying coloring books, and like the intricate ones that like weren't for little kids, but there would be like all these floral designs or like these crazy architecture. There's some like based off books I would read. So I have all of these colored pencils and like markers and stuff somewhere, but I've got no clue where. And I wanted to I've seen like a few other people do this, because you know, it's a cool, like, fun little thing to do. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll just do it, because I feel like it'd be like a cute little thing for me to be like, okay, I can see kind of things. So I printed out, like, other people do this, that sales map thing from Etsy, And I wanted to just color in my first one that I had my out-of-state order. And it's South Carolina. So I wanted to ask you guys, which color do you think I should do for it? Because I only have highlighters. Maybe if I can like pull out, like I have absolutely no clue. That was packed away when I moved. Because we haven't lived in this house forever. So that must have gone somewhere in the move. So we've got yellow, pink, purple, and orange. Take your pick. What color should we color this in? And then we'll start crocheting. I just like wanted to do something like a little bit more fun, like, you know, something that maybe I can also see a visual and be like, look, I sold something out of state. That's all I need. It was my goal for the year. Sell one thing online out of state. Yeah. Okay, yeah, the adult coloring books, like they were such a phase. I felt like everybody was doing them like 6 years ago, I think, because I bought so many and I would sit there for hours and do them. And now I don't see them as much, but they were enjoyable. I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it. Hello, Heather. All right, purple. We're gonna do purple. So I sell a lot of stuff in Georgia, but I don't want to like include Georgia because they haven't shipped in Georgia. I'm trying to just be like items that I've shipped. So I guess we'll just put like, I've seen people do like the number. So I guess we're just going to put the number 1 with my blue pen. And we're going to do all the highlighters because like I said, I have no clue where my magic marker colored pencil stuff is. And I tried to blow this up to scale and it just was not getting any bigger on my printer. I have no clue why. Well, I don't even remember. I don't know how many states there are. This is bad. It's late at night. I'm having a problem. But we got 1 state down, and that was my goal for the years. I just wanted to sell one thing out of state, and it was going to be my little accomplishment. Whoa, this is not... Okay, there we go. Did I ever mention I'm not really good at coloring in the lines? I only almost failed kindergarten. Okay. Oh, game over. It's smeared. How's that even possible? It was dry. All right, girlies. We got my little South Carolina one. So this is... I don't really have tape, but I think I'm going to tape it to my window. And just sit there, and then when I'm like feel sad, I'll be like, yeah, I did that. I sold that one thing. Bad. I'm going to leave it right there. It's like looking over my table, and I can look at it, and I'm going to stare it down. But as for today, what have I done? I have made 2 axolotls so far today, and then my cow that I'm working on. So I post a lot more of like my in-between work things, of course, on Instagram. So there's pictures of them on Instagram. The Unicorse puppet is getting picked up Friday, so I need to pack that up, or, you know, get it like packaged up tomorrow, because I'm gonna have to put it in a plastic bag because it's supposed to rain. So I'm a little afraid about it getting wet. But we have this leggy frog, and so I got a text today from somebody, or a message today from somebody on Facebook who was like, can you make a leggy frog that's small? And I was like, okay, my leggy frogs, I mean, I don't think any leggy frogs are really like that big, but I guess they had a mini leggy frog at some point for their son, and then a dog ate it. I don't know. So they asked me if I could remake the one that they had, which the one that they had really long arms. So I just kind of lengthened this dude's arms, and then they had more like a hand or something. So I just kind of did some chains and some slip knots to try and make these hands. So I have the first part of them done. because they only wanted it to be like a couple inches, which I think I've done pretty good scale wise because I really am almost done with him. So I had that order come in today, and they're not going to be able to pick him up until next week. Yeah, next week. Next Friday. They can't pick him up and pay till next Friday, but I just told them sometimes when it's small things like this, I just want to get it done. I want to get it out of my way. So, and I knew it wasn't going to take me long to make. So we pretty much just have to finish off a few things. And then this will be good. Because I'm assuming, I don't know. I was trying to guess off of the picture that was sent to me. It looked like the other frog might have been either Bernette or velvet yarn, which I don't really crochet in velvet yarn because, I mean, it is generally more expensive, and it's so thin, so I don't really crochet in it that much unless I'm specifically requested to crochet in velvet, which I just end up charging a little bit more because, of course, the cost. So I gave him the option between a few different colors of Sweet Snuggles, light, and this is the color that they wanted to do. 6, I think I did 15. 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, and I'll add a few more. 3. Okay. So we're gonna get this little dude finished up, and I usually do my leggy frogs, I think, at like 12. Sounds right to me. And so because he's a little bit smaller, I just decided to do 10. Because honestly, whenever I try and price certain items, I try and really think like, I look at the size and then try and price things that are comparable sizes, like the same, just because I can't imagine spending some of the prices, like it has to make sense to me. So that's how I try and price my items. It has to make sense. If I was a customer, I guess, looking at something. Hello, everyone. Feel free to talk in the chat and I will try and read it too, or if you guys have any questions. I'm trying to think, like, have I done anything exciting since the last time I did a live stream? My life is pretty much rinse and repeat, honestly. There's not too much excitement in it, and I prefer it that way. I'm not about the excitement life at all. Like the same thing every day. Trying to find new TV shows to watch if anyone has any recommendations. I have no idea why I've gotten super big into watching like chef videos or coffee videos, but not like how to make coffee, but like the point of view videos where people have the GoPros like strapped to their chest or whatever. So there's no speaking. You're just watching them do whatever. And it's so, I don't know, relaxing, peaceful. It keeps my brain occupied. And not like in a bad way. Like just enough. Because either I watch stuff like that lately, or I just listen to classical music, or Broadway, classical music or Broadway, but then I get distracted. Very easy. Thank you. Yeah, I was a little bit worried about that puppet just in general, but I actually think it turned out pretty well, and it was originally supposed to be a Christmas gift, and the mother was like, oh, well, I'm not going to show him the Unicourse or anything, so that way it will be just for him on Christmas. And so they told me that they didn't need to pick it up until later on. And then she texted me today. Yeah, texted me today and said that he found, or she showed him the picture of the Unicourse, and now he wants to have it before Christmas. So I'm meeting with them Saturday. Friday. Friday they're gonna pick it up, which is supposed to rain a lot here Friday. Brain is off. It's supposed to rain a lot here Friday and Saturday, technically. So I'm gonna meet them at the place that I normally do like my Saturday markets. I'm gonna meet them there on Friday, and they will get the little Unicourse, and that will be my first like real custom out the door for Christmas. So I feel like I'm doing all right. I just have my set big items that I'm doing, and then if there's small little customs like the frog or like the one that we're going to do after I finish up the frog, I don't mind continuing to do them, but I'm just trying to avoid the very big complicated ones until I can finish all of the very big complicated ones. So let me do 1, 2, 3. I can't tell if I actually like these leggy frogs with the long legs. I kind of think the ones that I usually do are a little more better proportioned. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Jack Ryan, I don't think I'm trying to think, is that the Jack Ryan that's based on the books? Because I might have actually read some of the Jack Ryan stuff. I used to be very big in reading. Very big. That's one of the things that inspired me to publish a few novels, was just the reading, and then everyone always telling me that I had a very creative mind. But ever since crocheting, especially, I can no longer read. I don't have the time. I really want to try good audiobooks, but most of the audiobooks I've vaguely listened to, I can't stand it. I don't like the people talk so monotone. I don't know how to explain it. It drives me crazy. Because I was trying to listen to the Bridgerton books, because season 3 of Bridgerton, I don't know when it's coming out, so I was going to listen to the book, and I read the first book, so I was going to listen to the other ones, and I just could not. Yeah, leggy frogs are something that is completely new to me. So at that last market, I made 10 and I sold 9. There was another girl who was doing leggy frogs. I know that because I saw some people with them, but her leggy frogs were, I would say it must have been like velvet or parfait. And she had hers more expensive than mine, I think. So I have a certain number in my mind when it comes to like prepping stuff that I just kind of stick with. And that's how I kind of decide what I'm gonna do. Hello, I'm doing good. I hope you're doing good. Murder mysteries. Murder mysteries. I had a friend who was very big into murder mystery stuff. I'm indecisive. I think I like more of the psychological stuff. Like when it comes to that genre. I like more thriller, kind of like get into your brain. Because sometimes with the murdering stuff, I'm like, my brain, I have such a You can't find any of the books I've written right now because I've taken them down for editing and just, but I have such a vivid imagination that I always tell people if I'm not speaking to somebody or I'm not like watching something, if I'm just dead silent, I can daydream like nobody else. Like my mind just goes to different worlds, and so when I get listening to the murder stuff, I'm like, okay, this might not be. My mind gets a little too exploring, a little too scary. So I don't listen to a ton of the murder mysteries, but I have a lot of friends who love like true crime podcast. Yeah, I don't really know what's gonna be popular next year. I personally never had any good experience with the Mabel thing, but that just could be because I don't like it. Maybe people weren't feeling the love when they looked at mine. I don't know. So I feel like people get on these certain trends and then they just like latch onto them. But I'm indifferent. Whenever I see a popular item, I really try and stay away from it. Or like try and use a completely different pattern. Because I feel like there are... So what I would say is the craft shows around me, like at least every crochet person had those chickens. Everyone. And these weren't even people who crochet plushies. These were people who did like beanies and baby stuff and all that type stuff. So they weren't even people who like did plushies. Like it wasn't even their main thing, but it was so popular that like everybody was doing it. So by the end of, I think, I don't know, September, I think, by the end of that time, I had like people coming up to me and they're like, oh yeah, well, we've already seen these at like every show we've been to. Every crochet person has them. So I do a completely different chicken pattern, and that one sold out for me at the last show just because I also do not enjoy making those chickens. I just don't love them. Some people love them. I do not love them. I don't even like how they really look. I don't even like chickens, so I'm not the best person to talk about those things. Yeah, the true crime stuff, well, I don't even know if I can consider it true crime, but I like to listen or watch the Observe channel, but he does a lot more like body language reading and stuff for court things and all that type stuff, which I think that's fascinating. And it's made me, like, listening to him has made me realize that some of the things that like those people do, I do too when I get in those scenarios, and I would have never thought about it. It's just so like, is it subconscious or like that you do not real unconsciously, I think. So I mean, I love it, that type stuff. I like the psychological, like in your mind stuff. Yeah, those chickens just are, I don't know. And they're so easy to make. Like, they really are not hard to make. And I've seen some people price them very high, and if they can sell them for that, that's good. But I feel like just people around me, at least, have gotten so burnt out by them. See, when I do my crochet, like, farmers markets, I'm the only one. There's been a few people who do amigurumi that have tried to come in, but none of them have lasted. They usually come for like 1 or 2 and then they leave. I think they think that you're going to go to the market and make the same money that you make at like an actual market. It's just not going to happen at a farmer's market. So we've had a few people, but I guess I did not realize it until this year because I never even thought about it before. There are quite a few people around me who do crochet and do amigurumi, so I did not realize that before. I had never made a leggy frog until the last market, the big market. And the only reason was I was trying to find no-sew things that were like easy to make in a cheaper price range. So I made 10. That was my number. I was like, okay, I'll make 10 with different expressions. And I just am planning on keeping like just enough in stock. I guess if I got into that December market, I would make a lot more, but, and that would just be because I'm thinking more if I got into that market to do as like a stocking stuffer advertisement, but they have not posted the application yet, and it's been 2 or 3 days, and they said they would post it 2 days ago, so I'm uncertain. I literally have been checking the website like every 2 hours. I don't see it. I don't see it. Okay, the little leggy frog is done. Hallelujah. The only thing I have left to do is embroider a little smile, and I need to check and see if the other one had blush. But I was just asked to make a mini leggy frog with really long arms, and I did it. So it was just, I just charged them $10 because it is smaller than my normal leggy frogs. So now we move on to the new fun one for the night. Killer whales. I've not made killer whales. I made my first shark at the last market because I had gotten a lot of requests for sharks, and I did end up selling it. It just took a while, and I couldn't sell it for much because it wasn't like anything complicated, so nobody really felt, which I understand. It wasn't anything wasn't a cow, we'll say that. Okay, so, oh my gosh, I dropped what I need. Ugh. I also got a message today about making a small Santa Claus for a baby, a 4-month-old grandson or something. So we are going to work on this, and this is a no-sew pattern. That I've not done before. Had to process that for a moment. Bringing out the parfait. It does not come out very often. Just don't use it that much. And I'm gonna try and crochet with a hook size bigger. So, because I pretty much across the board use a 4, but they wanted it to be a little bigger than in the picture, so I'm hoping if I go up to a 5 and then just like very loosely keep my tension, that it won't be too small. I'm pretty tight when I crochet. That's my problem. Yeah, good luck, you two. Good luck, Heather, and good luck, Nicole. That's awesome. I was gonna go to the farmer's market this weekend, and it's supposed to rain, so I'm not. Yeah, that's definitely the biggest concern, I think. But I will say, when I did that market, I was flipping out, y'all, because I did not realize there was gonna be so many crochet people. I think there was 5 of us. And some people had like identical, no, not completely identical, like not my whole setup, but there were a lot of people who had some of the same items as me. So I was very scared because, I mean, I did not realize it. And I still walked out of there doing fairly good. I mean, I think if you're spaced out properly, and everyone has a different style. Because, like, some people had, like cows. So my cows were so drastically different from everybody else's cows. So some people, like, loved my cows. Some people didn't. So I think everyone has such a big difference in styles that even if you have like one or two people who do amigurumi, they're gonna be different enough, and nobody can make like the exact same stock. Like I had things that were vastly different from the other people, but then like other people had things that were completely different. Like some person did a lot more food, which I don't really have a desire to crochet food. Yeah, I started out on you like doing crochet patterns on YouTube. I personally can't deal with them anymore. I like to like have everything written out just because I tend to work at different speeds than the people in the video, so I'm biased towards just buying like the PDF versions. It's much easier for me that way. Oh, you're lucky it's indoors. We were supposed to, not me, my friend who does jewelry, she was supposed to have a market the Saturday that I had originally looked at doing, and I think they ended up rescheduling it because pretty much everything around me is outdoor markets. Crease. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to keep my tension really loose, but I can't say how that's going. I just hate crocheting without tight tension. It's my least favorite thing. Okay, I don't like it. Let's scrap this idea. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Okay, not doing it tight is really throwing me off. Oh, that's smart. I've really wanted to try and expand what I have at markets, but it's just not gonna happen. I bet your big spider will grab everyone's attention. That's all it takes is like one big thing to grab people's attention. Yeah, all of my patterns are just PDFs on my computer, and then I send them over to my phone in Adobe, so I can also have them on my phone. Okay, there's just, I'm not going to be able to change this. Oh, that's cool. You have my market, the place that I go to used to be at a fairgrounds. No, it's not, but it used to be at one. But our fairgrounds we have here were not nice. Oh, I know, Heather, I saw it. I so badly wanted to make a spider this year, but anytime I have like snakes or anything in my tent, I don't know, like people always are like, oh no, don't go over there. Because I like put my snakes now back because I guess they scare people. Guys, it's made out of yarn. It can't do anything to you. Trust me. The snake's gonna come to life. Just when you're least expecting it. Okay. This is another one of those thinker patterns. But I'm liking the fact that I'm getting close to being somewhat done with the body. This is quite nice. I don't, wait. Use your brain. One moment. Okay, there we go. I did it correctly. Just getting a little scared for a moment. Okay. That's row number 4. I get so confused because this is my first time working through this pattern. I get so confused when I do patterns and they start with the increases. I'm so used to being like three single crochets, increase. Not increase, 3 single crochets. It throws my brain off when I'm ending or starting because I think that it's not correct. Increase. Two 8-foot tables. Well, you actually have pretty good space. I don't even think I get to put an 8-foot. Or I might get one 8-foot out for my farmer's market. Yeah, snakes do take. I'm like trying to get out of snakes. I guess if I was doing like a reptile show or something, I guess you could do it, but I do my snakes in acrylic and it takes so long. I guess I've seen some people do it with the bird net yarn that's like the variation, and I could get that because, you know, it's like a thicker yarn. You're gonna make up the size, but acrylic yarn, oh my gosh, I don't even want to know how many rounds I do. Okay, it's working. We've made a little red piece. Shoes would be added next round with the color change. Yeah, that's the thing about this. The only good thing about snakes is like you can literally just like, because I mean essentially when you get through the head, you're just single crocheting until you get to the length that it's nice when you like just are watching something. Usually when I watch TV, I've lately been crocheting octos because I pretty much remembered the pattern I use. So, or bees I have to do color changes, so that's always a pain, but nowadays if I can make something in a, you know, multicolored yarn, I will do that. I'm lazy. Yeah, Nicole. Yeah, I get that because that literally this pattern had SE increase and the next one was increase SE. It's like, what? Ah. Hello, Desiree. That we're supposed to get so much rain this weekend. I think I'm supposed to get like 3 inches of rain, which I hate the rainy days. But I'm not 77 degrees. It's like 30. I think it was 37 when I went out. When I was out this morning turning my horses out, because I turned my horses out about 5:15 in the morning, it was 20 degrees. It was a wee bit chilly. So like my face gets so, I am an actually like red person with my skin, and I literally this morning in the cold was like my skin was dying. Yeah, well, I think we're going to be getting plenty of rain this weekend. I saw I'm supposed to get 3 inches. So I'm not looking forward to that. I just hate how in the wintertime it's so cold when it rains, and because of how the temperatures are, it never dries out, so it just turns to mud, and it's so depressing. My horses are always so stupid. Bunnies, well, hey, if it's a free pattern, I mean, I still haven't found a bunny pattern that like seals the deal for me. Same thing with bears. I don't know if there's just so many of them, but I still haven't found like the pattern that speaks to me. Okay. Get some black yarn. I think I'm doing a good job of trying to keep my tension. Yeah, you should be able to link things. I mean, I don't mind. I know I've posted links before. No, I try it. I mean, I don't think I have anything set up where you can't by any means. I'm in concentration mode. I don't like... I never do bobble stitches very often. Well, lately I feel like I've been doing all bobble stitches. But I always have to concentrate like really hard when I do a bobble stitch. Well, thank you for coming, you know? You're helping a girl out, and I love to talk to people, and it's a little lonely up here, so having some other people to talk to or read their messages, that always makes my day. You can always crochet while watching. I mean, look, I'm crocheting. Maybe not the best crocheting, or maybe slow, but I try and figure it out. Yeah. Well, I try and keep, like... I know where you're coming from, because there's been a few others that I've joined on to, like, watch or stuff, and I don't know, sometimes I just feel like distance in something, so I get where you're coming from, because I think it's enjoyable to like have people want to talk to you, and I think it is one of the good things about not being like too big. Some of the people I have watched, I'm just like, there's just too much going on. Six, 7. I think I'm 8. I don't know if y'all just heard that, but somebody just shot. I'm assuming a gun, and it's almost 9 o'clock. And it's pitch dark outside. I bet my horses really appreciated that. People around me. That's all I'll say. Hand sewing Christmas trees? Closed? Wait, you gotta explain that to me, because like, are you sewing, like just finishing something off? Because like, are you hand sewing Christmas trees? How does that happen? That's cool if you do that. So, yeah, I feel like maybe we are connecting on maybe a similar person. But yeah, there's a very popular crochet person that I watch sometimes, and I have noticed that too, that there is just like, when I would join the live streams and just try and talk to other people, it just came off as like, some people only talk to the people they want to talk to, and I get that, it's totally fine, but I was just like, yeah, blah, blah. That's my blah 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 blah. That's how I feel. So yeah, I mean, oh gosh, we like, I used to have a coyote problem. The coyotes literally used to come up to my house. And so I live on 20 acres. And there's woods all around me. So we definitely have coyotes. We have coyotes, bobcats, bears, and I mean, we probably have something else out there. The worst thing is when I turn my horses out, it's pitch dark because I turn out at 5:15 in the morning, so it's pitch dark. And there's been a few times where I'll hear like rustling in the trees, and I just have to tell myself, I'm like, I cannot look over, because if I look over and there's something on the other side of the fence, because it's just a barbed wire fence that separates my property line and everything. I'm like, if there is something on the other side of that fence, I will pee my pants. Like, I'm not even kidding. like I can't look. I can't. There's been a few times where I'll like turn on my phone and I look over and I do the flashlight, and all I see is just this like yellow eye staring back at me, and it's that's the worst feeling, and it's pitch dark and I can't see anything, and I like don't know, is it a cute little deer, is it like a coyote, or is it a bobcat? Like they've all come up to my barn. I hate it. Yeah, it probably is Heather. It probably is. That is so okay. So next year, I want to get into sewing so bad. I don't know why. I just feel like it'd be a very valuable skill to learn. And I have such a weird sense of like clothes that I like, that I feel like maybe I could just make my own clothing with all this time that I have. But I thought maybe in like January or February, when off season, I thought it would be like fun to learn how to sew. I mean, I think it could be cool. But that is awesome, because the sewing machine to me, we hate each other right now. I can't sew anything. Oh my gosh, that is terrifying too with the coyotes. Like, they are so bad around me, because all of so where I live used to all just be somebody's property, right? And it was like cows and hay fields and trees and forest and woods and da 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 da, and everyone has just come in and has just bought everything. So I'm lucky that I even have the space that I have, because there's no acreage by me. And so now that that's happened, it's pushed all of the wildlife like to be more on my property, just because there's no place for them to go anymore. So they see my place that's got like woods, and I also live, if you've watched some of my crochet with me videos, like I live on a lake too, so a lot of the animals use that as like a water source and everything. So we always have problems. Yeah, trust me, going out at nights, that scares me too. The other night I went outside, because I do my barn at like 7:20 to clean the horses' stalls again, to feed give them their night treats. I give them treats every night to tuck them into sleep, and do all that type stuff. The other night I went, and the same thing happened to me. I was walking, it was pitch dark, and something was moving in the bushes, and I just was like, I want to put my flashlight on. It was not a good idea. A porcupine? That is like I didn't even know we had porcupines. Like, I mean, I'm trying to think what animal is coming in my mind that's like not super common. We have possums down here. They are everywhere. What type of dog do you have? Because I have 3 dogs. They're all the same breed. 2 actually I picked up today because they got spayed. And then one of them is my sweet precious boy. And the 2 younger dogs hit him, and like we don't know if he something with like a disc or something, but he has some neck injury or something, so he's kind of just staying in my house, and we have to keep him on drugs. So, but I get it because all of our dogs are hunting dogs, and my gosh, their prey drive is crazy high. A pit bull. My neighbor has a pit bull, and she's the sweetest thing. He dresses her in sweatshirts, and she comes around to my place in her little sweatshirts, and she's like the cutest thing ever. I know some people are like scared of pit bulls, but I love them. Oh my gosh, in the middle, no. I feel like once you go out, like, past 10 o'clock is usually when I have a lot of problems running into animals. Or when the time zone changed. Daylight savings. Yeah, that's what it's called. When daylight savings occurred, I had so many problems with running into animals. Now that a little bit of time has passed, I don't have as many problems running into animals, which is good because I was really having some issues. I was getting really scared going out by myself. At my husband's. Oh my gosh. So we used to have property in South Georgia. Let's see, if you kind of know South Georgia, it was south of like Perry. It was near a town called Hawkinsville, but it was in Abbeville, South Georgia. And the animals, oh my gosh, the coyotes were so bad, but the wild hogs were, I mean, they destroyed everything. And people don't realize, like, the wild hogs, they eat anything. I saw a wild hog eating a deer, and it was terrifying. It's like, that's not supposed to happen. So, South Georgia was just, like, so scary. Oh my gosh, Heather, you should totally post a video. Booties in a jacket. Stop it. I love when my dogs would never allow me to, but I like love when like cats. Oh my gosh, I love cat videos. Cats are my favorite. But any of that type stuff. There was this cat video I saw of this cat dressed up in like a little Christmas tree outfit today, and it made my day. I watched it on like repeat. I was like, ah, so cute. Oh my gosh, Margaret, I'm the same way. I'm just terrified of the dark. And I have a really pretty well lit area too. We have solar lighting down my pathway and some other lighting stuff. So I'm never like in the complete dark, but I'm still that person that if I go in a basement and it's dark, I'm like full blown sprinting up the stairs. 3STBO, 3-stitch bobble. Okay. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to see it, Heather. That is like, I just love animals. Like, I just love them. They're just the cutest things ever. Color change. Okay. Oh my gosh, we have so many color changes in this one line. Oh yeah, Cook County. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yes, they're armadillo. We actually had armadillos where I live. And I'm in I consider it North Georgia, but some people call it like North Atlanta. Like I am north of Atlanta. So, but yeah, we've even had armadillos here, but like down there, we used to be on the Ocmulgee River. So, and they have alligators. People don't realize We have alligators in Georgia, in Macon. And my neighbor used to go tubing out on the river where the alligators were. I was like, are you, like, how much alcohol was involved? Because that's not smart to go tubing where the alligators are. And these aren't small alligators, like, and they're wild animals. Like, they're not, they see you floating. I mean, they're hungry. You're gonna have problems. 4. Why are we doing this? Oh, I see. Oh my lord. 3 different colors in one single row. Yeah, no, trust me, that's a big note for me too. Like, the rattlesnakes down at our property. My dad took a picture with one and he got a 6-foot rattlesnake. I'm not afraid of snakes too much. Like, I almost stepped on a copperhead a few times, but I don't have an issue with snakes. And that was just like a 6-foot rattlesnake. No. That's not happening. Okay. Good night, Heather. Well, don't worry. Once I get through this, like, row, I might have to pass out too, because I didn't realize it was 9 o'clock. I started the stream a little bit later than I intended. So, but I hope you have a great night, and I'm so looking forward to seeing your little dog. I probably will be doing another live stream, maybe like Friday or Saturday. It's going to be really raining this week, so I think I will very much need a good distraction to avoid all the gloomy, depressing weather. But I hope you have a great rest of the night. And have fun at work as much as you can, right? As much as you can. Change the skin. Okay. Let's see. So I didn't have any bad snakes either this year. I was really surprised because usually we get some snakes. I mean, not like horrible, but like, I mean, we live on wooded property and acreage. But luckily, the only snakes I usually see are black snakes, so I don't touch them. They're more than welcome to live on my property. This is the most confusing. What I just read, it really blew my mind. This pattern. SE10, decrease 1, SE3. Okay. Let me tie this off. I think I'm doing this a good tension, that it's loose enough that it's going to be a little bigger than the picture, because that's what they wanted. I did not want to change anything. I did not have time to try and write my own pattern. Count this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Oh my gosh, come on, decrease. Decrease. 1, 2, 3. All right. So this is what it's looking like. So this is a no-sew Santa. which honestly, let me look. I don't really think I have too much more to do of this. I'm on round 8, and is that right? Oh, good. So there's only 18 rounds in this whole pattern, so I only have 10 more rounds. So that's cool, and I appreciate that, because that means I can easily knock this out tomorrow and I will be done. And I think I'm charging, I think I said I was gonna do 25 for it, because I do have to embroider eyes. Anytime I get into embroidering, I also just charge a little bit more, because embroidering, of course, takes a little bit more effort than just like popping in a safety eye. But I kind of wanted to get these small things done and out of the way, because I would really love to finish up the bunnies at some point, or at least a bunny. Like, I just, oh. And then the cow that I've been posting on my Instagram, I'm hoping to finish up tomorrow as well. I just have to send over the eye colors I have, but I'm pretty certain I'm going to have to hand paint the eyes. So that might be fun. I want to hand paint the eyes. I have not had as much time to expand into that. But I want to. So it might be a good excuse. But oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The Spanish. That has to be hard. It's been so long since I took Spanish. I couldn't even imagine. Just keep making stuff, because I thought the same thing. I thought that like I had a decent amount of stuff, but all I could think when I was at that market was how I wish I had made more, because I missed out on so many sales in regards to like smaller popular items. I missed so many people because I didn't have enough stuff. So that was definitely one of my biggest regrets with that market, because if I had like focused, since that market was like my first market for a ton of new products, if I had focused on making those new products, I could have easily made at least 1,000 more, because I had to turn down so many people because I just didn't have it. And I was like, okay, you have to go order it online, and people don't like to do that extra little step of hassle where they forget, it's just like all of that. Yeah, I think when I went to that market, I went in with 7 totes and I came home with 2 that had stuff. So I sold out of so much stuff. It's gonna take so long to build my inventory back up. I just have not had any time to focus with these Christmas stuff. So like I feel like January and February are going to be my get it together months. Hopefully. I'm hoping. That might be too much to ask. But well, okay guys, it's 9:08 for me. I have to get up at 4:50 tomorrow, my normal time. So I'm probably going to end the live stream here so I can go to bed by 9:30, because last time I did stream, I was like, I'm going to get a reel up. I never did. So I'm going to try and do a reel, and then at some point I'm going to record another video this week. Some point, right? But I will have another live stream, at least one more this week, maybe another one. We'll see how I'm feeling. If it's like really dark and depressing, then I'll probably do 2, because this will just like make me feel happy, make some good out of a day. But I hope you guys have a great rest of the night. Get some sleep, feel good for tomorrow. Tomorrow is what? Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. So only like one day left till the weekend. So we can power through it, But I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you. I don't want to say like see you next video like I always do at the end of my videos. So like, I don't know, see you tomorrow. Like, if you follow my Instagram, I can see you tomorrow. But have a great night, everyone. And I'm going to figure out how to close this, because I'm like so bad at this. But have a good night, and I will see you either next video or next live stream or on Instagram, like wherever. So, all right, let's see. How do I close this? Okay, I'm really smart. I think this button.